Oh my god, my microphone was muted. That whole time my microphone was muted. Oh god. Oh, I suck at this. Okay, alright. Well, uh, damn it. So, I guess for YouTube, I'm going to cut out all the parts where my microphone was muted, but unfortunately for the stream, just going to have to deal with it. So, hello. Welcome. I am going to be building the application today. So, just going back to this application, I've got the tasks that I'm going to be aiming to complete over the course of the next week. So, with roles in the application. So I'll just go back in here. Just going to use that one. Okay, so back looking at this application, so we can see we've got employers, and we have under the employer we have roles that exist underneath the employer, as well as their start date. So they live as separate models or objects within the application. So I actually end up having, roles nested in underneath it like that. Let's pull that back out. So actually better to see it here. So we've got has many employers, and employers have many roles. And so let's just dive back into the code base, and we'll skip through this. Yeah, I suppose I'll commit this. Ooh, third. Because this is the commit that I did at the end of the third stream, which was on the weekend. So today's the fourth stream. Damn it. Okay, so I got this running. I'm going to go npm run dev, and because I'm using Laravel, it automatically uses Vite, and when you say dev, Vite is automatically hot reloading things. So with Laravel, you used to have to say hot, or you have to specify hot with Webpack or Mix, and but with Vite, it just does your hot reloading automatically. So I am going to just close that. All right. So don't want this. Don't need that. Web I'll keep. Dashboard. All right. So just here on the employer card, there was a role card. Now I think I should have a create role. So what do I want this? What do I want this to be? How would that look? I am just going to copy from familiarity. Maybe on seek. No. Do I have a profile? How do these guys do it? There's like a edit button. There's an add role button. I suppose just an add role button. It's probably the simplest way to think about it. And also, I don't know. I got to say, I do like the way it's laid out here in terms of like a view and edit function. So, you know, it saves a lot of scrolling, saves a lot of issues. And if you do want to expand in, you can. So having an add role button makes sense. So yeah, I like that. I wonder what Glassdoor. All right. So no, that's not what we want. I think just a create button or just an add button makes sense. So just, you know, at the bottom of the box essentially. So if I just spin that up, what do I want? I think I want px 2 and py 1, big G. Gray 300. Gray. What does that look like? Excuse me. Maybe I might just do like a color. PG Indigo 800. Put some padding. P left 2. just nudge it in a little. Do I want to nudge it in? I don't know. I don't think I do. I want to nudge it right in. Or dark text. Go. I think I should extract some button classes. No, not button classes, button components. I think I might. File. Let's go back here. You know what? I actually just want this to be a div. I want to be able to put the div. Oh man. Buttons. Because I also want to be able to just put all this class again on. Buttons have, actually Tailwind has utility. Tailwind has like custom classes that you can do. So then I can just say button primary. That would make more sense. I think I might use the Tailwind built-in stuff, but I forget how to do that, and it might have changed since the last time I did. So let's go for components. Nope. Utility first. We're using styles. Okay. So data files every time, yeah. To extract a component, you're going to need, okay, so before. Yep. Extract components. Yeah, cool. So it encourages you to don't rely on CSS classes to extract complex components. Template partial for something as small as a button can feel like overkill compared to a simple like button. See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking I'd go that way. Hey, who am I? 1509. It's good to see you. Yep. Yeah, okay. All right. I'll figure out the volume thing. Hang on a sec. Let me see what's going on here. Is this any better? Awesome. Okay, good news. Thanks for letting me know, guys, on that. If there is, if it goes funny again, just let me know, and I'll fix it. Actually, I might just crank it up a little bit further too. It doesn't really matter if I peak the levels, just as long as I can be heard. Hey. All right, sweet. So yeah, I was thinking of putting a button class in my CSS. Avoid premature abstraction. Yeah, well, that's right. I do want to avoid that, but also, see, here's my reason for wanting a button class to use. Like, it's the one thing that Bootstrap did right, was giving us button classes. And the reason for this is that when I'm actually doing this, so a button can either be a link or a button element. And I really don't want to have to go through and essentially change the class. Like, I don't want to have to go through and modify like all the different buttons and links in individual components. So if I put, say, a link in here instead of a button, then I'm going to have to go through and apply all these bits and pieces, or worse, nest a button inside the link. Terrible. That's a pretty ugly way to do it, and it opens up opportunities to break it. So I could always, I could put a button in a div, but then I'm putting a button in a div. I'm putting a div in a button, and then when I call the, when I use the, say, the primary button component, that's just going to mean that it's called a button, but it's not actually a button. It's just a div. I suppose I could just put like event listeners on there and make a div behave like a button, but I'm not going to. So instead, I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to just extract this out, or extract it out to a Tailwind class. So let's do that. Where do I do that? I said it before. So in CSS, oh, yep, it should just be in my CSS, app CSS. All right, what do they do there? Let's grab that. I want to keep a couple of those. Need to go 400. So I sort of want to follow the same focus ring opacity. Oh yeah. I'll follow the same sort of conventions that they lay out in the other one. So rounded LG. I've got two. Yeah, see, mine's a little bit little bit more snug. Is there a hover? There's no hover state. There is a focus state though. Why? Ah, hover. Right. It's because there was a space in between there. So I thought it was its own class. Cool. So that's the primary one. So that's the one we've just added. That's this one. And secondary. Let's put the secondary on there. Cool. So when it's focused, we get that ring. Then hitting enter. Okay. Oh. Yeah, hover looks like that. We don't want that. Hover. Ooh, I wonder. Yeah, I don't want that because then, so dark hover, can we chain those? Dark hover BG. Okay, so I'm going to go there and then hover, no, dark hover BG indigo 600. There we go. Look at that. That's a bit cute. Yeah, nice. All right. Do I want large for the corners? Where's my rounded? Rounded? I don't know. Hey, that fits. That seems to fit well enough with like all the rest of the elements. So I don't want to go too far outside of what's sort of expected. And then the ring, I think I'm fairly happy with that ring. Excuse me. Woo. Good grief. All right. Oh, cool. Moog fanboy. We got another follow. Thanks for joining and following. All right. So, hey, yes, welcome. Okay, I think Now let's start adding some logic. So with that form, with that card, essentially, I've created a, I think I could probably just put, could I just put a card in there? Add role. Sort of want like a create, like an update or create method. So with the update, we're sending through. So we're going to create a new object. Do we want to create a new object in... I don't think we do. I think we want to create... Ah, cool. Yeah, very good. Well, welcome. I'll hope to be useful. Um, so yeah. So using Vue. So what I'm thinking here is that the way I want this logic to run, I think it makes more sense to essentially create a empty role on the server. So pressing add role doesn't update the view so much as it sends a request to the backend to create a new empty role, and then it should send the entire employer object back. Actually, no, I won't send the entire employer object back. I will just send that role object back, and then we will essentially like push that new role object to the roles array that should be on the employer object, if that makes sense. So here in the front, so we have got an employer. So if I'm going to do this one, we've got an existing roles array. And when I press this button, it should just hit the route to create a role. And so we're going to send through the user ID. Well, we don't need the user ID because that's already part of the authorized user. So really all we need to do is just pass through the employer ID, and the backend can create the object and instantiate that in the database. And then we can just rely on that update. I know I'm probably bouncing around everywhere here, so I'll come back to this. But we'll hit a, so we'll go route post. Now we want create role. And then we'll do a role controller. You feel me? Does that make sense? So we'll hit that, and then it should just return the role object. So this way I don't need to refresh the page. So I'm gonna do that. We will just, I want to go back in here and just double check and make sure I've got everything looking right. Ah, it already is. I'm gonna call that primary. And then eventually I'm sure I'll want a secondary. It doesn't format the way I want it to. Okay, cool. So there's that. So then in which case, let's go create role. Do I even need the EMP? I mean, because this is the employer card, so the EMP is a prop. So I can just, yeah, I'm just going to reference that. So we'll go ID equals the this dot EMP dot ID, and then we might just console. Oh no. Do I have a? Uh-oh. What have I done there? ID is not defined. But I did. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, sweet. What has happened to this style now? Ah, of course, because I had it as secondary. But it is my primary button. Yay. Cool. So it is passing, or it's at least getting the right ID. So now we just want axios. Axios post. Create role ID and then we want to then console log our data. Yeah, we'll just log the data when it comes back. So role controller create. Let's go to the role controller. So that's update. Didn't know you can write logic in web. Oh yeah, yeah. Check it out. Let me show you what I do here. So, I do use resource controllers. Absolutely, yeah. But when I'm just stuffing around, like in the dashboard, there is absolutely a case to put all this into a controller, and I probably should. Realistically, I probably should. But what I really like working with is tinkering. So in my tinkering, I just have a route, and this is normally where I like if I'm just experimenting with an idea. Like you can see, I got a whole bunch of commented out stuff where I'm really just sort of testing connections and just bashing things around. I'm not going to make a controller or take an extra step to just make some controller methods until I've sort of got the idea a bit clearer in my mind. So I will typically do this, and for this, it's a single route. Sort of like being able to see some of like what data is being got without necessarily going over to the controller. I'm not saying this is what any sane or reasonable developer should do. What I'm saying is that like it's just handy for me at this stage of the development, and I do intend to go through and fix it because I can imagine there's probably like heaps more just general page stuff that I would use. That I would probably put a controller together for. Actually, is there even? There is a controller, isn't there? There's a general controller. I don't want to use that. I could probably do like a dashboard controller, and it's only job is just to essentially render this, which is probably what I'd end up doing. But again, like it sort of at this early. Another way is using invocable controllers. Yeah. So it's just a controller with just that single method, and it just invokes it. So um, I'd like to see more stuff in that controller. In theory, though, it sort of feels like. Actually, no. Sorry. Just to finish my thought before, I thought that I would have a like different pages in this app. I'm trying to stay with one single page, but I'm sort of, the more I think about it, the more I think that I might end up having to have multiple pages. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's keep moving. We'll have a play with that some more. So create role controller, create. All I need to validate is ID there, and that should be an number. Is that the right validation? I think it is. I'm just going to have a look here. Oh no, what have I done? Okay, so sending that. Number, yeah, must be integer. $28. Ah, not request role. ID. Cool. All right. So that is what I expected, more or less. Yeah. Yeah. I do too. I really like using the R flag, because then I get all the CRUD routes. So yeah, that makes sense. That I have for these models, I was always sort of thinking that they would end up being like their own. That I was essentially going to be creating like an API, so I didn't really need like the index and the show, the like edit. So some of those redundant routes they just felt redundant to me. So, but yeah, I agree. Like using that R flag is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm getting that back. That's cool. Getting the response, no problem. And now role equals new role. Yeah, new role. And then I think I want employer ID. Employer ID is man, can I just like, do I just get that straight value? Do I need to instantiate that as an object? Surely not. Okay, I'm gonna do it actually. So data ID. And role controller. Yeah, undefined property ID. I wonder if it's because it's just the data. So data equals request ID. Of course. So it should just be data. So I don't want to call it data. I want to call it ID. Semicolon. Like here? No, I'm pretty sure that's it's in an array. Return role. Data we don't want. It's okay. I want to see what the request looks like. Let's just see what that looks like. Cool. So what I really want to do is just call it request ID. So I don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. Role there, and then we go user ID. Auth user ID. And then we'll go title. Cool. In theory, we should get a new instance of a role with all of these attributes passed back to us. What is the bet? Ooh, okay, all right. Feeling good about that. Although it is missing the ID. But the ID is not. Yeah, so these IDs are not. They're not fillable. So that's fine. So I'll just go through and attach those related models. Request all to get the actual data. Request. I use custom requests. So I do like. Then you have all data in validated. Yeah, so validated equals the validated request data. From my experience, in this case, I don't necessarily feel like I have to work with a validated object, just because it's just going to, like, if this fails validation, it stops the request. Like, it doesn't continue on and execute any further. It will just bounce the request, like return with a 500 or a 422 or something. So, I mean, I could work with validated data. That makes sense. I might. So just because it's like the ID, you know what I do want to do? I do want to check that the employer is So I want to check that the employer belongs to the authorized user. So I'm going to come back to that. So request get also. I haven't done that. What is that? Request get. And then return get. not that. All right. Let's have a look. I just want to see what that is. Request get. Request to all. All right, I'll have a go at that. Yeah, cool. Okay. So, hang on a sec. Is all just going to automatically transform it into an object that I can then use? No. Nah, so it's still an array. So I still need to tell Laravel to turn it into an object if I'm going to use it in there. But request ID. Ah, I've already, yeah, I'm doing that. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. So we don't get these. So we're going to chuck those down here. And instead, roll. And then I would go roll save. But I'm not going to just yet. I just want to make sure that it is actually coming back as I expect. Cool. So employer ID, title, new role. Wonder if I want to find the title. Sorry, I want to find the employer anyway. So did that come in? It did. Employer find. Can I string a where clause onto that? Actually, no, I'm not. I don't really need to. So I can find that, and then if the employer's ID, no, user ID equals the same as the so user ID and user ID. So that's just checking to make sure that the thing. So if not, is that right? So if it's not that, I'm thinking JavaScript, aren't I? Do you guys know? If I want to instead return error. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks for that. I thought just in PHP there might have been a different syntax. Cool, so that means it's just checking that, and if it is not equal to the user ID, then it just returns error. I might... What's a better way to dump out of that? Just return like a generic error. Because I don't want to provide any useful information for that, because you got to think in I'll put something in there, some information. Cool. All right. So if auth user ID, so we don't really need that because we're not checking, because we've essentially just created the thing. So we don't need that. I don't need that or that. That. So I'm not going to save it just yet, but we should get back success message and the role as a JSON. Oh, cool. New follower. Awesome. Neil Suggs. Okay, I don't know if that's a pronounceable word, but Neil Sug SUGC. Cool. Welcome aboard. Thanks for following. All right, let's... Man, I really want to make it so that it sets up like the whole custom requests. You can add 2 functions there. Hey, welcome. Custom requests, you can add 2 functions there. Messages, where you define an error message for every rule of every parameter, and a custom error handling within a function. All right. Custom requests. So, Laravel. So requests. And so you're saying that in requests, and you know what? When I created these models, I don't think that I made any requests with them. So I missed out the request. And it would be like a specific, so the request would be like a role request, wouldn't it? Is that right? So like a specific request for each individual model. So new role. Yeah, it might be. But that's all right. We'll come back to that. Oh, a rule request. You define validation rules in there, and then when you build create function, you use like create role request, and yeah, so you'd put your role request up here, and so the request, so instead of putting all of your validation into say the create function, you'd put your validation into the request, which is essentially abstracted away to like a requests thing. Yeah, I think I follow what you mean. Check your validation rules in the role request file. It's good for code reusability, and when you create, edit, or another function, you check validations quickly. Yeah. Is there an artisan command to be able to create a request? Let's go through that together. Let's do this. I'm sure this seems like something I should know how to do. Hey. No. Nope. Basics. Validation. I wonder if they do it here. Make request. Yeah, I think so too, but I don't know. We might be able to. Can we just jam it in? Like, because I would think that all we need to do is just. Because we're already importing request. So HTTP, illuminate, HTTP request. I am going to go and have a look at my other code base and just see what it looks like. Let's see if it's easy enough to do on what we've already got. Because I've got, so these models use it, and so in the request I have, and I haven't been using any of these, just by the way, so I've just been ignoring it, but I had been setting up the requests. So extends form request. See, that's the thing, like it's essentially like a form request, which makes me feel like I don't know, update form request. See, I'm not actually doing a form request. Like, I'm not submitting a form in like the traditional way. I'm just doing like a post request. So I don't know. It just sort of feels more like a static page. That you can also add custom messages when you add messages, and failed validation for custom error handling. Yeah. Validation rules that apply to the request. Yeah. Yeah, cool. And you should also be able to use the result authorized to make the request. Cool. Yeah. Incidentally, I had this major issue with this one right here. For whatever reason, it's set up as false, which is fine, I guess. But if you're not aware of this, you can have your requests just failing with every single user again and again. And if you don't know that you've got to go in here and set that to true, if you just want to allow all users to be able to make requests, I lost like a whole day just bashing around with this, because I just, it was a new thing that was added, and I didn't read the docs, so it ruined my day. Same as you, Setsaran. Sets Turan. 5 time again and again because Laravel loaded curve and documentation. So yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was brutal. Cool. Well, it's not that terrible to put your validation in the request. I'd love to sort of shoehorn a requests function in, but I'm not going to. Not going to do it in this case. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way, and just leave these. Like that's not terrible in that create request. So if the employer is not known by the user, cool. All right, so now when it comes back. So now when it comes back, I should just be able to basically append that to, or push that into the array of, see what I mean? So I should just be able to push it into the roles array here. And it should automatically just render a like a whole thing. I don't need the start and end, although I could just make a blank start and end just for the sake of, yeah, just for the sake of my sanity, I think, more than anything. So I'm going to go boop. There we are. One last time. Okay. So start and, cool. Right. Of course it's going to do that because it casts those fields to date. So it's automatically just going to put today's date in for those. So that means now I'm getting that whole object back. I should just be able to push that whole object into the roles array on the front end, and in theory it should just start populating. Let's go this emp dot roles push our data role. Oh, it works. It does the thing I was expecting it to do. Don't you just love it when things work? Okay, and then so with any luck, real life web developer, and this is that. Aha, okay, all right, here we go. The employer information is not saved due to the following error: undefined property. Okay, I think I know why. Because we don't have a role ID. And if I had a role ID, and in fact I would get a role ID if I saved it. Not here, but here. I'm pretty sure I'll get a role ID when I save it. So we should see, you know what I mean? So it's coming back without an ID, And in update role, what we're passing through is the role, and it's important that the like in one of these. So if I update that, it's going to send through an update role, and the role itself is going to have an ID. Yeah, so I've got to fix that. So theoretically, pressing add role invalid datetime format. I can just do like now for that one. The start. Now? Now. Nope. Ah, that's also going to be... I wonder if I can just do null for that. Sweet. Oh, look at that. And so that's what we got. Thanks, guys. This is awesome. Really hyping me up. So let's go. Yeah, using Copilot. Very happy with its performance. Yeah, I haven't used Copilot yet. I wanted to I sort of wanted to hold off on using all those extra things, because I'm sure you can probably tell I'm maybe not the best at this. So, and I think I learn by sort of bumping into problems and errors, and so this is a good way for me to keep sharp. I think at least. But yeah, Copilot looks awesome. I think once I get into a professional role, I think I will probably just grab all of the tools to improve my output that I can. Yeah, it looks sick. So role description, and then success. Look at that. Man, that was so much easier than I was expecting. So just adding the role, creating it on the server, and then putting that, sending what you create on the server back to the client. You can modify the data on the client, but the server is where the source of truth lies. And I did it this way, just in my head. I thought, first of all, I didn't want to have to create like a separate form to, create a, so to create a new role in the client. And then let's say you don't save it or something goes wrong, you might have filled out that form and then it's, all that work is gone. Whereas you can see you can see these requests are going through, and with that update role, it's happening just as soon as that thing there changes. Which is what I wanted. I wanted it to just be like you don't have to reach for a saved button. You just get a little saved notification, and that's it basically. I could probably put that maybe into a pop-up or like a toast. That little toast pop-up, little flash message. Could I just do like a general flash message? Maybe for like all issues, I could just put a flash message up somewhere. Hey, Unicorn Dev. Yeah, so tools for output productivity. Uh, I don't. Um, I don't really. I don't really know. Uh, mm, yeah. What tools do I use for productivity? Um, I really just try to focus. you know, more than anything. Uh, and just try to just try to get. Yeah, yep. Uh, yeah, just try to get good sleep and exercise, and then I sort of that I find that helps me thinking clearer and being more productive. But yeah, not much. Not much in the way of like not. I don't think I'm really outside of the ordinary with the tools that I use. I'm really just like a VS Code and whatever is around. But uh, Inertia has a predefined object for flash messages in middleware. Handle inertia request. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not using the inertia. I'm not using all of the inertia goodies. So you would sort of rely on inertia if you're going to uh, like treat the page as if it were a static PHP page. Uh, but what I'm sort of fighting against inertia with these particular, so with these specific methods, I am just using like an axios request and essentially bypassing all of the inertia goodies. Now, there is an inertia way to do it. What I could do is essentially submit the form on each, like on each change. I could submit the page as a form update, and then you like preserve state with inertia. But I'm concerned that if you're going through here and let's say you update this and then you go over into the next box and then the view changes and updates, there's a risk of losing lines that you type. So I'm trying to avoid that, if that makes sense. Should I have an employer? Oh yeah, Vue Toastify. Let's have a look. Vue Toastify. Ooh, Vue 3 Toastify. Hello. Let's see. Notify. Toast. Wow, so easy. Oh yeah, that is easy. Oh yep. Need to bring in the CSS as well. Can I can I style my own, like instead of using the CSS, can I do my own styles on the toast that pops up? Doesn't matter. Next. Oh, yeah. Hmm. All right, well, I might do that. I'm gonna I'm gonna put that Toastify on because I do want to have notifications and error notifications. I should probably also just put. I should start making like real messages. So, for example, here I should really be sending through like a proper response. Am I going to need a... Oh yeah, I can just put 500 on there and it will... Yeah, it'll... Because the response object will treat it as an error. So it'll go catch error, and then play the message. So that's fine. What else? That's right. So in npm install. Oh, hey, sorry, Unicorn Dev. I'm just reading the comments that you said here. So you said something about when you're in a professional role, you would use tools. Yeah, when I'm in a professional role, I think I will adopt something like Copilot, just to sort of help prompt me when I'm writing code on the page. I haven't used Copilot yet, but it's something that I thought I might have a play with. Um, or or it would probably be valuable and useful in a professional setting. There is a good package called Vue Toastify. Good toast. I have a Dabro. What is Vite? Vite replaces Webpack. Yeah, that's right. So it helps packing our app. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Vite is so much faster than Webpack. Yeah, it's like crazy fast, and it just comes with all this cool stuff built in. I think it was made by Evan Yu, the guy who made Vue.js. Uh, so, and also like it handles like Vue 3's tree shaking really well, so that you're not packing the whole of Vue 3 in if you're only using certain components. It chops the whole Vue 3 down into like a tiny little package, and that's done really well with Vue. Oh, sorry, with Vite. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's install this bad boy. Thanks for the heads up on the Toastify. Let's see if we can get this one rolling. So run dev. All right, let's see. So I'm going to just follow the docs, and we'll just import these two. And then we will grab setup const notify toast. Then toast options. So in theory, I should just be able to chuck this in here. And it will... I'll leave it up for 5 seconds just to make sure. Auto close. Oh. Okay. All right. I'm sold. That's good. That's good. All right. Now we should be able to customize this, I'm guessing. Documentation to get you started. Vue 3 Toastify. What can I do about... how to style. How to style. There we go. They're exposed by the library. So I should just be able to go into this, I guess. So dist index.css. So do I just... I don't want to import that for everywhere that I use it. Surely I should just be able to put both of these into app.js. Can I do that? Ziggy. Here's toast. Is that right? Is this looking right? I'll put my CSS up here. And then I shouldn't have to import these on a per component basis because I'm going to import the whole thing globally. At least that's what I think. All right. So it's working. Add role. It is not. No. Do I have to use it? See, this is the thing, like, I thought resolve pages, use plugin, toast. Do I have to bring that? I shouldn't have to bring it in after. Props, app. Okay, so it should be coming up there. You know what? While I'm here, I'm just going to refresh this, and if it pops up here again, yeah, okay, that's happening on load up because I've got . Lame. Can I do it at like the app or parent level or page level? Oh, maybe I could just do like a component. Build it again after putting it into, yeah, so like run npm run build or npm run dev. But this, I don't know. This is the thing. Okay, all right. I'm gonna try that because I like the way you're thinking. I will comment that out. I'm going to put it back in there, and then we will use toast. Toastify. While I'm thinking about it, I'm sure it would probably just tell us. Wouldn't it just tell us? Create app, use Vue 3 Toastify. Create app, use. Toasty. Toasty? Mm. Yeah, so keeps popping up when there is nothing there. So we don't want that. Hmm. Is it just doing it like that for some reason? Okay, all right. So it. And there's nothing. All right. Using it globally is not an option, but maybe I can just put a component that doesn't render anything and I can just pass props in. So I can just extract this all to a Vue component, and I can just bring it in as a component. Which feels, I don't know, it feels wrong. I should be able to import it globally, but I can't. So let's do toast alert Vue. Props. Ah, whole package. Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah, so toast is just a single component. Good point. So we probably just want that instead, rather than yes, True. Okay, we'll go back here. Let's try this. And then yeah, because I was putting a component. I was putting like that function at the very beginning so that when it was compiling everything, it was running that function and then rendering that function. But Vue 3 Toasty is the whole package, and so if I use that, I'm not essentially running a function, we're just sort of importing that whole library to use globally. All right, let's see if it still does it. No, it doesn't still do it. That's good. And then, okay, so I think I need to then axios. And then it will tell me what I do here. Use that. Oh yeah, cool. And then so you can specify your stuff in there. Okay, and then installation. Yep. So the global props. That's what I've just added. Oh, yep. So why is this table set up? Is that not wide enough? Can I just make that wider? There we go. Much better. Auto close. Close button. Pause and hover. Yep. Close and click. Cool. Good night. Toast.success. Okay, so I guess I just put toast.success. Oh, baby, come here. What's up? Did you get a fright? Oh, come on, babe. It's okay. Oh, no. Come on now. Oh, did your foot get hurt? Yeah. Okay. All right. Come on. All right. Go with mummy. All right. It's bedtime, so I gotta head off. All right. So let's see what happens there. Do we get a success message? No. Man, I don't know. Hmm. Isn't that supposed to be usage with update global options function? Ah, am I importing that? No, I'm not. So do I need to import? Oh yeah, good point. Toast is not defined. I suppose I mean, I just globally imported toast so that I shouldn't have to. I wonder. I wonder if. I wonder if I need to use that, or like a view, or like a this, because this would be like the view instance. I'm guessing, maybe, I don't know, just as a guess. Properties of undefined. View use, yeah. Import view toastify from that. This $ toast success. Oh, of course it is. Yes. Okay, yep. And I can even take all that out because I've already got those defined. So $, nope. Properties of undefined reading success. Vol message success. This toast success. Yeah, so just in reading your comment, this toast success. So import view toastify from B. So view.use Toastify. So I've got that globally. So in app.js, so use Toasty. Toastify, Toasty, Vue Toasty, yep, Toastify. Why have they got it spelled wrong? Vue 3. Import Toasty. So I'm using that and it's coming in globally. So there shouldn't be. So this is the thing, like I shouldn't have to import it here as well because it's like a global import. Like I can use axios just fine. So, I wonder if it's because. It's optimistic, isn't it? Mm. Nope. Hmm. Page toast, maybe. So global props, yeah. You know, it all seems, it always seems so simple when it's on like the NPM and they want to give you like a really sweet example, but then uh, if you try to actually use the damn thing, they've got no real example of how to. So you know we're using it here. They're using it in like in the composition API, I'm using options. Toast. And they're always importing it on the component basis. They're not doing it globally. Yeah. That's it. Hey, like yeah, I'll go back to importing it locally because it's good. You know, whatever. It's fine. I'll just import it locally. I might just import the CSS globally, and then that way I only have to import the toast from Toastify, and I'll just see if I can at least get it going that way. Mm. Oh man, look at this mad cough brewing. Yeah. Just water. I got a cough happening, so I'm dealing with that. All right, I'm gonna bail on trying to import it globally. We're going to just import toast from Toastify. I will test whether or not I need to import both the CSS. Look, if I have to import the CSS as well, should be okay. God damn it. What am I doing here? Undefined reading success. All right, create role works. It's fine. Console. Okay. Yeah, of course, because I still had that in there. All right. Feel like this should be it. Oh yes. Oh yes. That's right. Now it's probably a bit long, so we could do auto. Was the API container? So auto close. That's what we want. How do they do it? What did they say here? So, yeah, you put it in an object. Of course you do. So if I just put it in an object there, does that mean I'm going to get... So if I just put the thing here. Because I don't want it to just sit there for too long. Employer saved. Yeah, nice. Okay. Cool. So of course this isn't what I want instead is is it fail? What's the API? What have we got? Okay, so there should be a bunch of different methods like success. What is it? Ah, here we are. Success. Error. There we go. So toast error. That makes sense. I'll flash that one up for 3 seconds instead. So also with create role, I want to put a loading object on there, or a spinner. I've already got a spinner happening there. I've got props. I have got okay, I'm going to put a new role object. Check behavior if you save twice. Will show multiple 12. Yeah, good point. Fuck. Yeah, so it shows up 2 of them. Does that work? So, Van Gogh, is that what you were hoping for? Oh, hey, Blit03. I didn't see you come in as a first time chatter. Good to see you. And yeah, when in doubt, console log. Just log everything. So yeah, nice. So yeah, I can just spam this button and it'll just smash out a bunch of these. That's cool. Looks great. Okay, so what I want is, oh man, I've got so many of these roles. I should probably make a delete function, realistically. Okay, what I wanted here was actually I'll make it true for now. And so I do actually want to prevent that behavior. I want to prevent people from being able to use I want to prevent people from being able to click this button. So This is a shitty way to do it, isn't it? This is shit. New role. This is shit. It's a bad way to do it. I feel bad doing this. Because, so, role loading, add role. That's a v else is not required. So you don't specify condition, you just put the, you just chain it after this one. So if not role loading, you get a button, and if it is false, I only need div v else. Yeah. Fuck. Role loading is always going to be true because it was just specifying that value in the method there. So if instead, so that's going to be false, that's right, and then true, that should be a div. I'm just going to refresh this. Yeah, add role. Oh, it should be button. Actually, I might go wait. Cursor wait. Look at that. Ah, that's heaps professional looking. And then, so now we want to go this role loading is true. Cool. Ah, nice. And then it goes back. Cool. All right, feeling good about that. Let's add a success message over here. So I don't actually need these anymore. So I had that employer saving and employer saved, blah, blah, blah. I think I can just ditch all of that because now I don't need that spinner anymore. I'm going to just swap that out for toast. So I'm going to keep this spinner as a component because I like it, but we're not going to use it here anymore. And in fact, this whole element here is just gonna be dumped. You know, like the whole hour worth of work I did a couple of days ago to put all of that together can just disappear because I didn't know about this package. But I do now, so I'm probably just going to reach for it again in future. See, this whole exercise, it's not about building the app, guys. And I really want to lean into this. It's not about building the app. It's about becoming a better developer with friends. Heartwarming. Yes. So nice. I feel better about it. At least if I frame this whole situation back to myself like this, it feels better. All right. Cheers. All right. Well, uh-oh. Oh, no. Add a non-passive event listener. Nah. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna clear the console and then I don't have to think about it anymore. You're not the boss of me, console errors. All right. Well, I really want to be able to delete some of these roles because now this is just nothing but roles. It's just roles all the way down. So where should I put a role? I sort of think that maybe just like a button. Um, a button right there next to start and end date. Right here in the middle. It says delete. Let's put a confirmation message in. Are you sure you want to delete this? Yeah. I might just do that. So first up, we want to put a role controller method. And we are just going to delete. Delete. And we will... I don't need to validate anything because all it's doing is deleting. So I'm going to remove that for now. And then we do want to make sure that the role belongs to the user. So role, find role. If the user is... So basically this if check here just checks to make sure that the user is the same as the role owner. And if it is... What is it? Is it delete? I think it's delete. Turn role. Role deleted. And then I also want to just do this. Request passed in the controller method. We can access the user ID by request user ID. Is that getting the... is that getting the user ID from the client? So is it receiving the user ID that's passed in from the front end? Because I don't trust the front end, if that makes sense. And I'm just wondering if that user from the request object is I suppose you couldn't get the user object without it. So it's probably validating like who's sending the request. Probably by like a. I mean, it'd have a credential on it. It'd have like a cookie on it, I'm guessing. So yeah. So if we go to network, and when we send a request through, it's going to have headers in there. So not response headers, but request headers. So it's sending through a cookie. So okay, so I suppose it is sending through a token to say who is sending the request. Yeah, so you got all these tokens and stuff. Okay, all right. So yeah, I guess you can trust that. That's fine. So yeah. So request user ID. I might do that just instead of using the auth for future bits. All right. Well, I think I'm going over time here, but I feel like I'm making some progress, and I really want to just put that that delete in the role card. Ooh, then we're gonna have to pass. I'm gonna have to pass a event up to the parent so that I can drop this role from the roles array. That's fun. That's fun and exciting. Update role. Ooh, I can put some toast in there. So toast. Toast. And then I'll just grab this. No, I don't want created saved. I want created. So roll card. Date roll, and then roll error. I don't need roll error, do I? So this same thing. Roll error. Take that out. We go. Bit of consistency across it. All right, so for these text inputs, I'm going to put a button, and we'll go delete, and we are going to do class btn. I'm going to turn this into a danger button, so danger button class. But for now, let's just see what it looks like. Oh yeah, don't want that. I want it to be the same height as those. Click. Delete. Okay. Yeah, send that one through. So then what I want to do after this is emit this, emit and so event string deleted. Roll. I'm just guessing. I think that might be it. And then on the parent card, we are looking at, so at deleted, we want to drop roll with a roll. Ah, hell yeah. I don't even need to specify the role because I could just specify the index, because I want to find the index of this item in the roles array. So really all I'm doing is just listening for the deleted event in this component to emit up. I'll have a drop roll function and I just want to pass in the index. Yeah, nice. So I don't even have to emit any values up. So emit deleted. So all I'm doing is just emitting that event, the deleted event, and it should listen for it. So to test this, let's make a drop roll event, and we just go, oh, all deleted. I'm gonna just put that up here and then comment this out, so I'm not actually hitting a route just at this stage. And that fails. Very good. Console. Delete roll is not a function. Where's that coming from? Roll card. Roll card. Ah, there it is. Did you see that? Delete roll and delete roll. It just had a capital D. Yeah, delete roll. Ah, haha, awesome. Okay, so it is. It's passing the event up. So that means that I'm going to splice this one first. So I will do that. So this imp rolls. No, splice. And we want the start number, which is the index. And then we want the deleted count is 1 and index. I'll just shorten that. Delete. Yes. All right, cool. So it drops that one out of the array. What did I see there? Did I see something pop up there? Why did I see something pop up there? Okay. So yeah, we don't need that on this one. We on the roll card, we do want to send the. That's right. So we don't want to emit the deleted event unless it actually is deleted. Toast success, roll deleted. And we don't drop it from the array if there is an error. Cool. So now let's work. So it's not going to, because there'd be an error. I don't get an error message. E dot message. There we go. All right, turns out with all these, I want an error. Error message. I get that one too. Error dot message. Error message. Cool. So gives us a little bit of feedback. Console logs the whole error, but for the user, they'll at least get to see that there is some kind of error. I'm still so excited about these toast messages. That's so good. All right. So we want to make the route now. Let's go to the. So we got the roll controller. Roll delete. Ooh. Sorry, guys. I forgot to unmute the mic. I suck. You know what? I wonder if there's a way to pop the mixer out. There is. But I can't pop the mixer out without having like the whole. Nope. Don't want that. I have to basically have this full screen. I'm just trying to work out how to get this all working good. Okay. So yeah, delete works. Yippee! I'd love to make that one look less trash, but I think I might do that in another stream. I've already gone 30 minutes over time for today. All right, so I intend to come back to this project. I'll wrap some things up now though. What are we going to do? I'll commit. So added. Ooh, actually, before I do this, I want to just close that and then run it for build. Oh no, what have I done? Single file component. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, and that's because I think I made a component and toast alert. Yeah, so if I just delete that, that should do it. Sweet. Okay, and then heading back over here. So add a Toastify package. What else did we do today? Oh yeah. Made a button class. I guess that's it. Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm going to commit that. We'll sync those changes up to master. So that's all sitting there on line. All right. Back to you guys. So, all created. Yeah. So yeah, I think we did. I think we made plenty of progress. Man, this application's taken shape. You know, I don't know. It's a bit ugly at the moment. I'd love to make it look a little bit nicer. And of course, you know, we're probably still ages away from being able to actually have all of the data that is needed to render the resume on a page for a user. So that's, you know, I still feel like I'm pretty far away from making a usable application in that sense. But we are getting there. We're making incremental updates every day, and eventually it will be a whole application. And again, you know, I feel like I'm getting better as a developer as I work through this. And of course, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and participating in the chat. You are really pumping me up. I got to say, this is a lot of fun. I didn't think it would be as much fun as it is to stream an app development. I thought it was going to be a ghost town and no one was going to come along and help me, or I'd get teased for being a lousy developer. And you've demonstrated tremendous restraint. So yeah, thanks for coming back and watching. Especially you, who are my 1509. You're my little cheerleader. You're a legend. So in the coming days, I'm just going to jump into my my Twitch thing. I've got a couple of sessions lined up. Oh no, there we go. Where is my sessions? Oh my god. I'm still so bad at this. Okay, so I've got my stream schedule. Oh, I can't even see what my schedule is. Man, how do I see my own schedule? I have no idea. Channel? Channel? Do I use Twitter? Yeah, I do. It's actually grudgy _me on Twitter. I'm thinking I'm probably going to change the name. Oh my god, what is happening here? I've got this. Sorry about that, guys. I got this whole idea that I'll update that. Ah, man, I've got no idea. No idea what I'm doing here. Where is my... Let me just go back to my creator dashboard. Aren't I supposed to have like I'm supposed to have a... Anyway, so this is I'm going to come back on Wednesday morning. So right now it's Monday evening at like 10:40 at night. So I'm going to come back for 2 hours on Wednesday morning, and I'm going to drop back in for 2-hour sessions over the course of the next couple of days at the end of this week. So if you do like what you're seeing here, and if you're having fun, I'd love it if you guys would stop by again, because it's been great. Yeah, great having you around. All right, well, I'm going to wrap up this stream before I start crying. And yeah, take it easy. Catch you later. See ya.